In this section, we walk through the process of downloading, installing, and setting up MongoDB for a QuantJourney framework. We show you also how to create a database user and run some scripts to simplify this process. Basically, you can run different databases. I use MongoDB for its simplicity and easy access, but you can run whatever you want. So for the MongoDB, you first need to download the database or the MongoDB to your local machine, or you can use a cloud version as an Atlas version. In my case, I use a local one. So I'll go basically for a version of MongoDB Community Edition and install this on the Mac OS. So here I should go, you can different systems, Linux, Windows, or in the Docker. I use also something called Brew Homebrew Package Manager, which simplifies installation. So basically what I need to do, I need to copy this line and run my terminal. It should download and install the MongoDB on my computer. So once installed, I can start to see if it's running. So basically this is brew services start and Mongo community. Then I can see brew services. I can see just the services just to see if it's running. Yeah, it runs, it started. So what I will do now, I will stop this. Let me stop because we want to run file with a configuration file with settings, different elements. So I'm here on my second tab in the terminal, and I show you, I created a file called start MongoDB sh, which is a shell for bash. And what you can see here, we have a data directory and log directory. So we specify how we want to run MongoDB daemon to run on our machine. There is also a port. We will use the default port with 27017, but in the future we can get much more with when we do some replicas on some other stuff. So what you need to do, you need to modify data directory and log directory for your own machine. So basically when we have installed, we should be able to run it right now. So let's do the start MongoDB. And I can check if it's running by doing just checking this, right? And that is a log file for the runs. I can also go for the Mongo Compass, which I already have pre-installed. You can download from Mongo and try to connect to database. So basically what you can see, I connected to the local host with the port specified before, and I have a like default databases. If I disconnect and go and stop MongoDB here and try to do that with the Mongo Compass again, the same, it should, yeah, it showed it doesn't work. So we have a database running on our system. What we need to do now is basically we need to create MongoDB user, give certain privileges and create a database. For that, I create a script, another script, which is called create MongoDB sh. We'll have some key parameters and connection details like MongoDB, the specific name of the database, user, password, and admin, and the cluster if you want to run a cluster. And it specifies all these elements. You can modify, however, you need to keep the same in the future for a Python version for a QuantJourney framework when we will access from the Python code these elements. So let me run this, create MongoDB. Oh, sorry, the database has to run. So of course it's changing on the, so I start the database and now let's create all these elements. So you see there is a couple of things exist because I already made some stuff, but basically what it did, it created all these users. So let's go again to the database. Let's connect to the database. And what you can see here is a slightly different. We have a QuantJP database created with the script, which allows us to store n elements. And all the data for future, we will use the QuantJP with different elements here. on the thing. So basically, that's all. One thing what you need to remember when you run QuantJourney in the future, you need to have a MongoDB running. You can have this script, you can put it in the shell, you can run it in the background. It's up to you.